I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. And Dragons, wait till you see what Flame has in store for you today. You're going to love it. You're going to love today's show. But before we get going on that, let's hear what Zena has to say. Take it away, Zena.
A pledge of allegiance to the flag under the United States of America, and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Now let's pause for the moment of silence.
Spectacular job, Zena. We're so glad you led us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the moment of silence. Flame, the sun is going to rise today at 7:10. 1 minute earlier than yesterday, 7:10 in the morning. And the sun is going to set, Dragons, at 5:37 in the evening. And it's a beautiful day. A lot is happening here at Camelot. And we are always about cheering on others' successes and supporting them when they might be having a great time or a not so great time. But Dragons, you're not going to believe this. Flame had a very special guest join him this week for a special episode, a special part of our episode for Friend of Flame. And as you know, Wednesdays are all about Friend of Flame, and a big friend of Flame is Dr. Michelle Reed, the superintendent of FCPS, the Fairfax County Public Schools. She joined Flame for a special moment. How about that for the news of Camelot? Check it out, Dragons. Dragons, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this, Dragons. Dr. Michelle Reed is joined by Flame. This is such an honor. Dr. Reed, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Dragons, as you know, we are all about support. This week's trait is about cheering on others, the pillar of cheering on others when they're successful. And Dr. Reed's here, and we're going to ask Dr. Reed. Dr. Reed, we've learned a little bit about the Friends of Flame and how they're very supportive. We have two choices for you. Deal with birds. Would you like to answer a couple questions about cardinals, or would you like to answer a couple questions about pelicans?
Definitely pelicans.
Definitely pelicans. And
Right.
pelicans are
Actually, flame?
Flame is
Flame
good.
agrees with
Flame is
pelicans.
good
Yeah.
with
Okay.
pelicans. So these are for Flame and Dr. Reed. Here we go. Ready, Dragons? So we love this question. Dr. Reed, Flame, are pelicans herbivores, which means they eat only plants? Are they carnivores, which means they eat only meat? Or are they omnivores, which means they eat plants and meats? What do you think, Dr.
Man.
Reed?
Thank you. Flame, I think I've seen pelicans eat fish and they have like this huge bill. So what do you think, Flame?
Flame, you got to answer for it.
I think carnivores.
They're both right, Dragons. Pelicans are carnivores. That is excellent. Now,
Okay.
this one deals with support, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Ready? When pelicans learn how to fly, their family supports them, right? But how old are the pelicans when they learn to fly, right? So are they 14 days old when they learn to fly? Are they 21 days old when they learn to fly? Or are they 28 days old when they learn to fly? The families support them by saying, it's time to fly, Pelican. How old do you think they are?
Those are flame. I think those are all multiples of 7, aren't they?
They are.
14, 21, and 28. I think, and flame agrees, 14 days.
Dr. Reed and Flame are 2 for 2, Dragons. It's only 14 days, and they know how to fly.
All right.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Reed? Here we go. This is it. This is one or the other. Okay? In their support, they work together. Do pelicans migrate, which means they might go to a warmer climate, or do they stay put where they are? If you had to think, do pelicans take their families, support them going somewhere maybe a little warmer, or do they stay right where they are?
Well, the groundhog did not see his shadow, so that means spring is coming. So I would say it'll be warm enough here, no more snow. So I think it's a no, they do not migrate.
They do migrate.
Well, they
They
migrate.
do.
I forgot to ask Flame.
Yeah, Flame, you get it.
Flame agrees they
They
migrate.
do migrate because they're all over the world, but they like getting
Read
around.
more about pelicans.
2 out of 3 is fantastic, no matter how you slice it. So, dragons, when you see someone, you support them, no matter the circumstances, just like Dr. Reed supports Flame, and Flame supports Dr. Reed.
Yeah, even when I get a wrong answer.
And it's okay.
Thank you.
Did you participate with Dr. Reed, dragons? Did you get a couple answers right? And not only was Flame supportive of Dr. Reed, but Dr. Reed supported Flame. And that's what it's all about. If you get something right, if you get something wrong, it's okay because you learned something new and you made the community better. And that's what it's all about. So we want to thank Dr. Reed. We want to thank Flame for being such a gracious host to have her on the show. Dun, dun, dun. It's time for the birthday box. That just puts you in a great mood, doesn't it, Flame? I mean, that is the best. That's the best. But you know what else is the best? Are the birthdays. The birthdays, dragons. Let's see who has a birthday on this first Wednesday of February. Well, look no further than Nate H. Nate, happy birthday to you in 5th grade. And then we also have Miss DeWolf. Miss DeWolf is the best. We're glad she's part of the staff. She helps so many kids. Happy birthday to you, Miss DeWolf. And Flame, speaking of fun surprises, do you know what today is? You do, don't you? Today is the 99th day of school, which means tomorrow is the 100th day of school, dragons. And to commemorate, Flame thought it would be a great idea to have, watch this, 100 flames, 100 self-portraits of Flame throughout the building, putting us all in a great mood, right? So if you find one of the 100 flames, you can put your name on it and put it in the display right in the front office, just like this. They'll be all over the school. They might be in your classroom. They might be somewhere in the hallways or in special spots, but put your name on it, and then we can commemorate the 100th day of school, which is tomorrow. You might have seen it on the sign that Zena has when she was doing the Pledge of Allegiance. And speaking of Flame, it's tasty fish time. It's tasty fish time. We love it when it's tasty fish time, don't we, Flame? Okay, let's see what we have for tasty fish. Well, let's start with Laxmi. Laxmi wants to give a tasty fish to Advik because he was so kind to me all week. Laxmi, that away, and Advik, nice job. Miriam, she wants to give a tasty fish to Valerie because Valerie is so kind and always puts a smile on my face. And Miriam even circled, look at that dragon, she even circled supporting others. Wow, good stuff, Miriam, and thank you to Valerie. And then Ali, in 3rd grade, wants to give a tasty fish to Hussein because Hussein shows empathy by making me happy when I'm sad. That's incredible. Neat stuff. Well done, dragons, and tasty fish, just like the Pelicans, just like Dr. Reed said. They love tasty fish just as well. So, on behalf of Flame and on behalf of Dr. Reed, I'm Mr. Salerno. Enjoy your day today, dragons. Make sure you see the goodness, be the goodness, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.